The next speaker is, it has to do with Social Security issues, and I think all of us talk about and worry about Social Security issues. And Elaine Engelman is with Adult Services, and she's going to talk to you about that. There she is.
Thank you. I'm actually with LOA, and I'm Senior Services Coordinator. And I was asked to talk about, and one of the questions that we get, I'm going to back up a little bit. One of the questions that we get all the time, and my job at LOA is Senior Service Coordinator, which means a lot of different programs. One of the programs is called VICAP, Virginia Insurance Program. And it's for people who are, we counsel people who are disabled, who are new to Medicare, who are on disability, who need all kinds of services, and does not have a clue what they want to do, and it's pre-planning usually. And this is so important, especially when you're new to Medicare and Social Security benefits, and when are you going to stop working, or if you're going to stop working, and all of these things come into play. To be eligible to draw from Social Security, there are 4 different reasons you can draw. At age 62, when you first qualify for Social Security retirement benefits. And what a lot of people don't understand at that point, when you retire at 62 and get your benefits, it does not entitle you to Medicare coverage until the age of 65. And that is something that really hits a lot of people, and you'd be surprised that did not know that. The other age is, of course, age 65 when you qualify for Medicare is the other reason that you can get your benefits. Your full retirement age, when you start collecting your full Social Security benefits. At the year 1937 or earlier, it's 65. At the year 1938, it's 65 and 2 months. If you're born 1939, it's 65 and 4 months. And it goes on and on and on. It increases every age you get. The age of 70, Social Security will stop increasing the benefits that you get per month. What I'm curious about, and what I hear all the time, is I'm still working, and I'm working why? Well, they always tell me I'm working for my company pays my insurance. If I retire, I have to get off and pay my insurance myself. So as long as I can work, I'm going to work. Let me ask, how many of you are still working? Exactly. And it helps, doesn't it? The other thing that we do, and when I mentioned VICAP counseling at this point, when someone makes an appointment with us to come in and talk about, I'm going on Medicare, I'm going on disability, I don't know what to do, how can you help me? We make appointments and we sit down with this individual, and there's so many questions to ask. Are you receiving your benefits yet? No, I'll receive them in November. Are you still working? Yes. Are you going to continue to still work? Well, I'm not sure. Okay, will you have any kind of retirement benefits when you stop working? I don't think so. Okay, that's a question that's very important when we start looking at all these benefits. This is a person that is getting ready to retire. So when you go back and ask your company, am I going to receive any kind of benefits from you guys when I retire, would mean whether or not that person would have to take a supplement policy or not, because if they're going to get benefits from the company, they don't need a supplement. They don't need a prescription drug plan if that supplement includes that prescription coverage. So we have to counsel them on what they need to do. Now, the other issue is it going to cover spouse? That's something else that we look at, and we counsel them all the way through. A lot of people think that getting Medicare alone is 100% coverage. And I'm surprised at how many people do not understand that Medicare only pays 80% of your approved medical bills, and you're responsible for the 20%, okay? The disabled people, well, I got approved for my check, I got approved, but I haven't gotten my Medicare card yet, because you have to be disabled 24 months before you can get onto Medicare. And they don't understand that, so they still don't have insurance, and they wind up going to the Affordable Care Act or somewhere, or Medicaid, to get the insurance that they need until they're eligible for Medicare. Or, you know, there's plans out here that's called Medicare Advantage that work with, that's Medicare when you have a Medicare card. That would help these individuals who are disabled as well. Some of these plans, as we have all the time, and they change every single year. You have to be eligible for some programs, even if you're at a retirement age or even if you're disability age, okay? Some of these plans are called Extra Help. That program is worked through Social Security benefits. We work very closely with Social Security and Department of Social Services. We can access the website and apply for what they call Extra Help. And what does that do? What is that provided by Social Security? That means that if you have a prescription drug plan, you can get that drug plan free as long as it's within the limit of what the beneficiary has, the amount, which is usually $35 a month, and you pay a percentage of what your cost is for your medicine. It's not 100%. And this is for anybody who's on disability or anyone who who qualifies for the program that's on Medicare. The other program that we help out with, if you qualify for it, and we go over this when we're doing the screening with any individual, is Medicaid. Are you eligible for Medicaid? What is your status? Do you know about the forms? We sit down with a lot of people that don't understand how to fill out these Medicaid applications, and that is time consuming, and the documentation that is needed is just sometimes beyond their cope. So we write it down. This is what you have to have. 3 months of this, 3 months of that, and turn these things in for them and help them. One of the other things that we look at also is, you know, the 211 is excellent because they send us a lot of referrals. But a lot of times when we get individuals in there, we look at appeals. Medicare didn't pay this. Social Security is taking money out of my check, and I don't understand why. And a lot of times it's because the people that qualified for QMB didn't research their application, and they lost that benefit, and we have to help them get it back. Or they didn't pay a bill, so we're helping them with appeals. I mean, this is something that just goes on and on and on all year long. We're getting ready to come up on open enrollment. All of these plans that are out there now are going to be changing again. The prescription drug plan, the supplement policies, everything will be changing as of October the 15th. One of the things that are concerning us now, and I'm sure you all have heard about this, is that Plan F is not going to be sold anymore as of 2020. So, how many questions do we get about what's going to happen with Plan F? Am I going to be grandfathered in? Yes, you are, if you're already on it. The only people that can get a supplement policy, Plan F, at this time is the people that are new to Medicare. You cannot have Plan G and go up to F. They won't allow it. Or, in some cases, you cannot take F and drop down to G either. The next question that we get a lot of is what's going to happen with G? Is that 180 deductible going to go up? Is the premium going to go up? On both F and G. I'm sitting here telling you that this is something that we have been trying to find out constantly, and I'm getting ready to go to Richmond to hear some of this next week. The thing with these plans, is the premium for Plan F going to go up? Most likely. Is the premium and the deductible going to go up for G? We do not know. But my guess is something will happen with these premium amounts anyway. Do we, are we safe to stay where we're at? And this is a question that we cannot answer. The decision is yours, whether you want to stay where you are or try to drop down, okay? But again, you cannot, if you're already on Medicare, you cannot drop down to G, okay? You can't. You're grandfathered in on F. The other services that we provide, and you guys have a local office on aging in Covington, okay? Patrice Jefferson is here. She's your contact person. We also do the Meals on Wheels program. We do the care transitions. We do care coordination. Patrice has a transportation program up here in Covington. We do the chronic disease management program. We do matter of balance. We do emergency services, cooling and what have you. Please, if you want any questions or if we can assist you in any way, give us a call. We also do legal work for people who cannot afford to have the legal work done, and we'll do your will, power of attorney, and medical directive. Thank you.